back to the channel. I hope everyone's alright. First of all, apologise for not doing any filming last week. I was halfway through a video and it just got completely distracted by another project that I've got underway. I've obviously been a regular watcher to the channel. You'll know I'm looking for a piece of land, and I have been for a long time. A piece of land has come up for sale in my area. Not perfect, but within reason. It's got a lot of potential. It's also close to what I can afford. So it was up for sale on sealed bids by tender. It's being sold by the local church. The land has been disused for about 20 years and it's all overgrown and it's wet in there, mind you. It's very wet. So I've been down, I've been doing all my due diligence, I've been on to the solicitors and council, reading the reports and water people, this, that and the other. So I have been proper stressing over this because I've never done it before. I have no idea what I'm doing and I'm just trying to learn as I go along. So that's why I haven't done any filming. My bid's gone in. I've bid more than I can afford realistically, purely just because I do want it, and if I have to skimp myself to get it, that's kind of what I'm going to have to do. So I've got no mortgages, no loans, nothing like that. I've just put in what I've been saving up over the last couple of years and I've put my bid in, so fingers crossed I get it. But it's going to be one hell of a project for me. I'm going to be flat out busy in there. It's got so much work that needs to be done. Majority of it is just ground clearance. I'm in a position where I do have a tractor and I do have a couple of bits of equipment that I can use. So I've already spoke to one of my customers who I done a deal a while ago and he got a flail mower out of the deal basically. It was someone put it up for sale. I knew he was after one. I got the two people speaking to each other and he bought it, and then I got a couple of £100 out of it. Very good customer of mine actually. He's been helping me with this piece of land as well. He knows who he is. So I've been trying to do a deal with him and see if I can get that flail mower back off him. And he doesn't like selling stuff, but he did say, yeah, no problem, we'll do a deal or something, you know, if I need it. So I'll have a small tractor and a flail mower, so I'll be able to go in there and do a bit of work. Chainsaws, funnily enough, I don't have any in stock at the moment, so I'm probably going to have to go and try and source a chainsaw again. What else am I going to need? Help. That's what I'm going to need, help. So that's what this video is. If this land comes available and I do end up buying it, I am going to need help. So I've already spoken to a couple of my good mates and they said yeah, they'll help me. It's one hell of a job to do on my own and run my business at the same time and do the other stuff that I usually do. So I've still got to eat and make money while I'm doing this, and because I've pushed myself right to the bone, I've got to make sure I hold some money back in reserve for unforeseen circumstances, i.e. my car breaks, or you know, I get an unsuspected bill or something. You know, I've got to make sure I've got money held back in reserve. Being self-employed, very difficult because you never know when you're next going to get paid. I've got a little bit of stock at the moment. I have been saving as well for another deal that was meant to be coming up, but that's a different story. I was halfway through a deal with an old guy and he sadly passed away halfway through the deal, so unfortunately I will not be getting those machinery now, but it's, you know, somebody's passed away. I wasn't too bothered about it. I was more concerned that his family and everyone was alright, to be honest, but they might come up in the future. But I was in a position where I've been saving a lot of money to try and secure this deal. It was going to be a 25 grand buy, which was huge for me. I don't usually spend that much, but it was a job lot of equipment and there would have been a good profit at the end of it for me. So I've been trying to save up my money and not buy stock and that sort of stuff. And anyway, now that money's potentially been spent on this piece of land, so like I say, I've still got a little bit left, but not much. So yeah, help is what I need. So I'm putting a bit of a call out to the YouTube. I know everyone watches and follows and that, and I appreciate everyone commenting and whatever. You know, if you're local, you're in this area, or you want a day out to North Wales, obviously if the land comes off this, I might not even get it. You know, my bid might not be accepted. But if it does and I end up in need of help, feel free. If anyone wants to come down, give me a hand. I'd be much appreciated. You know, there'll be teas and coffees and all that sort of stuff we can provide, and it's just going to be manpower really. So it's like just land clearance, or if anyone's got a digger and they want to come down for a day and just, you know, do a bit of digger work, or just general clearance really. Strimmers, anyone got any strimmers, you know, come down and we'll do a bit of tidying up on the land. And I've put forward a proposal. What I've got to do, I've got to sell it as a community use. I've got to use it for the community. So I put through a land. I don't like that sound. I've had some real horrible sounds on this car since I've had my brakes done. I don't know if you heard that. That was like one hell of a crack. I don't know what it is. I've put forward my proposal for a community use. So I want some allotments on there. I want a few little bits and bobs, and a little quiet piece in the corner where I can put some of my machinery, and that's it really. So what I'll do is I'll put in the piece of land that I'm trying to buy, and I'll get some pictures of it and everything, and well, wish me luck, I suppose. But yeah, so if you know anyone, or you're involved with anyone who might be in a position where they might want to come and give me a hand for a couple of hours, or for a day, or whatever, we'll arrange a day, and we'll do it on a weekend where everyone's usually off work. You know, feel free to come down and give me a hand. Like, that's what I'm asking for anyway. I will put some videos in now as well of the piece of land, and we'll go from there. Bit of an update, I suppose, of where I'm up to now. I started this video the other day, so you already know what I'm trying to do at the moment is buy a piece of land. It's kind of all fell through at the moment. So there was chit chatter that the neighbouring property owner, who I know, is going to make a claim against the new owners for subsidence on the neighbouring property, which is, it sounds very far-fetched to me. Anyway, this neighbouring property owner is also a keen buyer of the property, so we can all work that one out. So the bidding ended last week on Friday. I was expected to hear this week, Monday, Tuesday. No, sorry, it was done last Friday, and then the decision was being made this Friday just gone. So I would have heard Monday, Tuesday. Anyway, I hadn't heard anything, so I give him a ring to try and chase up the bids to see what was happening. And straight away, I was notified that there has been a legal dispute. There's been a claim being put on against the land. I don't know who's put the claim in, but I know who's put the claim in. It's the neighbouring property owner, who's also tried to bid for the land. So it's become one of them really. It's classic landowner tactics. I think the idea that he's trying to pursue is that they will just make it all go away and sell it to him. So that's what I think is going on. In the meantime though, very frustrating for me, because this could go on now for weeks while this legal dispute is being settled. The bids, like I say, have gone in, the tenders ran out now, they will not be tendering the land again. Very frustrating though, in the fact that I was keen. 17 bids were put in on the property, I'm told, and 2 have pulled out already due to the legal dispute. So like I say, legal dispute, claims, this could go on for weeks, could go on for years. So I'm in a position now where I'm not 100% sure what to do. I have the option now to retract my bid and do something else, but if there were 17 bids and I was down at the bottom, well, wasting my time anyway, I'd just retract my bid. But at the moment, I've kind of asked the questions of, was I even in the race? Is it worth me keeping my bid in, or is it just, I might as well get my deposit back and look for somewhere else. And I was told that my bid is favourable. Whether that is being told to everybody, I don't know, but that's what I'm being told, favourable. So at the moment, as it stands, my bid is still in, but very frustrating, and I don't now know what's going to happen, and it can go on for weeks, as I say, weeks. So fingers crossed it all comes to an end soon, and they will make a decision about who's the winning bidder will be. If I lose due to financial, someone bidding a lot more or whatever, I'm happy. But if I lose because I pull my bid out, it winds me up, that sort of stuff. So if I pull my bid out now, I'll never get it. But if I hold it in and I lose anyway, well, I tried and I put as much money as I can afford down. But the other thing that's winding me up now is that money is, some of it is business money, some of it is my own money. That's kind of left in limbo now, because I can't spend that money, because that's the money I need for this piece of land if it get accepted. So I'm in a position where I would probably just use that money and invest in more machinery, which I usually do quite often, but now I've put a small section of that aside. So I've still got my business pot and that separated, but my business pot is a lot smaller than it was 2 months ago before I put this bid in, because I've nicked money from there to put alongside with this to get this piece of land, or at least try and buy this piece of land. So I'm in a rock and hard place now. The other good thing that's come of it, though, is there was talks about this dispute being put on the new owner. So at least I won't be buying a piece of land and then being sued from day one. That's all going to be settled before I get an opportunity to buy it, which is great. The other thing is what it does as well, it gives me a bit more time. So if this goes on for a couple of months, it gives me more time to build up my war chest and get together the money that I'm going to need to even develop the land in the first place, because it is quite a big piece of land. 3 acres, I might have mentioned it at the start, but I'll just quickly go over it again. It's 3 acres, 2 acres of it is probably flat land, and 1 acre is bank and trees. So you won't be able to do anything with the bank anyway. But long term, I want to develop some of it into a small yard and have somewhere to put my machinery and that sort of stuff. So that was always the long term goal. I want a yard of my own. I don't want to be renting premises, because it's very frustrating. Knowing that you're paying somebody to rent a piece of land and it's money for nothing, and I don't like renting, so I'm going to try and get that sorted as quick as I can. And the other problem, I was looking at new premises in the same place where I am. There's a bigger unit gone up for rent. If this land fell through, I would have took that bigger unit, but because now this land is in limbo, I don't want to take this big unit and then 2 weeks in have to say, right, I don't want it now, and move into my own premises. So it's rock and hard place, but that's where I'm up to. So any advice, drop us a message please, comment, etc. That always helps the algorithm. Don't forget to like and subscribe, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, wish me luck really, I suppose. And fingers crossed I'll have an update for you in the coming weeks. But this is why I've been that busy the last couple of weeks and I haven't managed to do much filming. I have been inundated with stress and paperwork and going through all the legalities and reading conveyances and stuff I've never done before. So I'm very new to it. So everything's been double checked and read twice and read a third time. I've had to do a detailed proposal to put forward what I want to propose for the land. So I've had to make that and do this, do that, etc. So it's been quite a stressful couple of weeks while this has all been going through. And now it's done. All I've got to do now is wait for the decision. But like I've just said, the decision now has all been put on a big delay, and it's probably not going to be, I'm thinking 6 months. In all honesty, I think it's not going to come off for at least 6 months. But she said maybe 4 weeks, maybe 8 weeks, but I can't see it being that quickly. It's legal disputes, in my experience, go on for quite a long time. But anyway, that's where I'm up to. So just a bit of an update. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch us all on the next one.